guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. So, Golden Week has brought, not the most content ever, but there's at least some stuff to do here. So, one of the things they did was they introduced, titles. Right, there is a title there's two for the collection of epic battles, right? So, in stage 1 right here, we need to beat it in under 15 minutes with no support items, with a full sworn enemy team, and then this will allow us to get a title. Now, at the moment, again, titles don't actually do anything, but I would not be shocked if eventually titles either raise your account power level, or perhaps, I think the better idea would be using titles to buff characters, right? Like, you know, so you have to use sworn enemy characters here, right? Like, why not, like, getting this title increases sworn enemy category units, gives them, I don't know, just like 20 HP, 20 attack, and 20 defense, right? So, like, all these characters, just to their base, like, stats, would just get an extra 20. And it's something that, it's not the biggest deal ever, but if, you know, you start accumulating a lot of these titles, which you can get throughout various ways in the game, I could see it actually making a pretty good impact, because that's the way Legends handles their titles, right? In Legends, you know, all these titles are increasing your stats, but, I mean, it's crazy because Legends is obviously a PvP game, and these titles are increasing your stats even in PvP. So considering that Dokkan is a PvE game, I see no reason why Dokkan can't, like, do that, right? And it's like, just doing like 20, I feel like is not the biggest buff ever. Like, just like small numbers like that, it really shouldn't be too bad. Now, in terms of the team here, I didn't really like have anything super solid in mind. I kind of just brought a bunch of strong characters because the sworn enemy category it's very good, right? Like, you have all the cells, all the Friezas, all the boos, so, you know, we're able to bring some really powerful units, right? I'm able to dust off the new Dokkan Fest transforming Cell, who of course is very good. You know, we could sort of see him put a little bit of work in, which of course is, you know, again, really nice to see, right? Cell just, like, be strong. I wanted to pair him with second form Cell as well. Give him the support and some extra links, right? Allow him to hit some more damage. But the thing about Perfect Cell, he does not get super crazy, like, until he becomes Perfect Cell. Like, if I actually just wanted to, like, speed blitz this, I think utilizing LR full power Frieza would still be the way to go with that, in terms of speed blitzing it. Because, like, in this event, the enemies are not really hitting hard enough to, like, knock Frieza out of slot 1, right? Like turn 1 or anything like that. So we could put Frieza slot 1. It's like, even if they super us, what are they going to do? Like 100k? Like, it doesn't even matter. And then Frieza's stacking defense, stacking attack, right? Especially once we get to the final fight, which we move into after this, against Goku. Remember that Frieza's guaranteed critting against Goku. So it's like, Goku is just not really even able to take a ton of damage. Like, it is kind of interesting to look at that there's, like, we get to the last fight right here, and there's still a ways to go in this video. I think it's just because I wasn't, like, actually keeping Frieza, again, on both rotations, right? And our boy Cell here, you know, my one issue with Cell is I feel like Cell's not the craziest in first and second form. Now, remember, we aren't on a 200% leader skill right there, and he still hit a 6 million attack stat. I mean, that's fine considering how good Perfect Cell gets, but, like, between that attack stat and the defense, it's not the craziest ever. It's really not, right? Perfect Cell, when he's popping out triple 10 millions, and then he's also got, you know, 800k plus defense. That's where that boy starts to get really crazy. But I think that from what I've seen, I probably do like Goku better. So just comparing Cell to the Goku and Gohan unit, I think I probably would say that I prefer the Goku portion of the Goku and Gohan probably to both first and second form Cell. I think probably. Let's see what second form Cell does on this next turn right here. What attacks that he gets. I mean, remember that the first and second form, right? Like, they get stronger against multiple enemies, which is fine. Like, it's definitely nice to to help out in Super Battle Road. But if you're comparing directly to Goku, right, in Super Battle Road, Goku's got a 50% chance to stun and the 50% chance to dodge works well, along with having, you know, 350k plus defense or whatever he's got. So Goku is a great Super Battle Road unit. All right, so let's see how this looks this turn. Oh, no! No, not able to get enough ki. Damn it. We got a little bit unlucky right there. Yeah, I wanted to prioritize Kid Buu here. Because remember, Kid Buu, to pop his active skill, has to get hit 6 times. When Kid Buu is hit 6 times, he'll be able to pop that active skill and get the permanent buffs. This isn't the greatest turn ever for Kid Buu. Because remember, we're not getting support or anything like that. But he does have some stuff like Big Bad Bosses and stuff active. And remember, Kid Buu, I mean, his first attack's certainly not too impressive. Or his first attack. But then as Kid Buu does his additionals and he builds up that passive, he's really able to do good damage. Well, we got unlucky there. Kid Buu only did 2 hits. Because remember, Kid Buu has to do 4 attacks in total to fully build up his passive, right? He gets the extra attack and defense. I think Kid Buu and Cell are comparable in a lot of ways, right? Because Kid Buu, you do have to do your 4 attacks, and then you have to get hit 6 times. And then Cell just has to get to turn 5, right, in order to sort of like max out both characters and get them at max potential. Kid Buu does have the nullification, but I just think like a melee nullification is just the only... I know that, so in the hardest fight in the game, Red Zone Broly, right, you have the first phase is STR, second phase is Tech, third phase STR, and the fourth phase is AGL. I think the first 2 phases are actually melee super attacks by Broly. So Kid Buu potentially could nullify Broly's super attacks in the first and second phase, but obviously those aren't really the craziest. It gets really tough, you know, once you get to the end and Broly's doing, you know, all of his beam super attacks. AoE Broly, as well as AGL Broly are doing their beam supers. Now, in terms of getting this mission done, I really don't think this should be really too tough. Like, I would imagine even for, like, a lot of potential, like, free-to-play players and stuff like that, just based off of how good the Sworn Enemy category is, if you have LR Full Power Frieza, even at 55%, it's a joke, right? And no matter what, you can bring, like, a friend Rainbowed Full Power Frieza, who probably can single-handedly carry you through. I'm looking at who you potentially could use as your leader. You could do Tech Transforming Frieza, right? He has the 130%. You could certainly get away with bringing him. The 130% to all, like, Extreme Class allies would be good. He just has a unit in here as well. That Transforming Frieza is very powerful. Like, the Transforming Frieza, the Transforming Goku, and then, like, the LR Full Power Frieza and LR Namek Goku. These characters are seemingly, like, geared towards these events, right? Like, it's like they dropped this event along with all 4 of those units for a reason. Like, look at Full Power Frieza. Guaranteed crits against Goku and guaranteed additionals is just too much. I'm looking through... Honestly, I mean, if you have STR Kid Buu, you could probably run him as lead, because remember, his leader skill is Battle of Fate or Buu Saga. You'd only be getting 130% of defense, but I don't think this event is tough enough for that to really matter. So with Battle of Fate, most of the Cells, Boos, and Friezas are on there, right? I think STR second form Cell's not on there. What about, is third form Frieza on Battle of Fate? I don't think he is. So in this team build, the whole team is Battle of Fate, except for, I think, third form Frieza and second form Cell. What about the Tech World Tournament Perfect Cell? Is he on Battle of Fate? He is not. That Tech Perfect Cell is also not on Battle of Fate. I mean, it makes sense, because remember, he's from the sort of like, whatchamacallit, the intermission, in between when, you know, he fights like Vegeta and Trunks, and, you know, Goku and Gohan are training in the Time Chamber, and then that's Cell sort of setting up his, like, arena for the tournament, right? Because his attack is him attacking the army, the King's army that, like, he sends to go attack Cell, and Cell just incinerates them all. Yeah, Cell putting up some good numbers. Like, once you get that 8 million right there, I mean, he could do 3 super attacks, right? This is definitely a good rotation for Cell, though, right? Next to the support Perfect Cell and Kid Buu. Kid Buu and Cell can be solid together. on some of the teams that they share, right? AGL Cell, you're on Battle of Fate. He is. Wait, let me double check. AGL Cell, you're on Battle of Fate, right? No, he's not. Yeah, so the only cells that are on Battle of Fate, I assume, are the actual, like, perfect cells. After they revive. Like after Cell comes back, after Goku teleports from the King Kai's planet, those are the only cells that are actually on Battle of Fate. I feel like all the cells from the Cell games probably should have counted, right? Like, they're only counting... So, like, the Goku and Gohan unit, are they not on Battle of Fate either? They're probably not, huh? Let me double check that. I don't remember off the top of my head if the Goku and Gohan unit is on Battle of Fate. They are not. Interesting. Okay. So it's really only the final battle. But, alright, there we go. There's the Sworn Enemy mission. I do like doing videos around getting, like, these last titles and stuff that are always there. So, we'll finish it up here. We got our title. Thanks, guys, for watching.